is a presentation of Fox Sports.
We are Fox. We are St. Louis.
The Cardinals roll into tonight on a high note. So many good things happening yesterday. From Adam Wainwright to Mark Reynolds and his 3 hits and a pair of RBIs. The return of Matt Holliday to the starting lineup. Peter Borges, a long 421-foot home run. A pair of dingers for Matt Carpenter. And Travis Tartamella, his first career hit in his major league debut. To cap it all off, a big night for Lance Lynn. Does it carry over in Game 1 tonight against the Brewers? This is St. Louis Cardinals baseball from the banks of the Mississippi and Busch Stadium. It's game number 1 of a 4-game set. The Milwaukee Brewers and the St. Louis Cardinals. The Pirates in Colorado today have already posted a victory. They came back late. The magic number stands at 7. The lead over Pittsburgh, 3.5. Lead over Chicago is at 7. With the Mad Hungarian Al Hrabosky, I'm Dan McLaughlin. And the Cardinals turn to one of their aces tonight, and that is Michael Wacha.
Yeah, Michael Wacha's first full season at the big league level has been a great success. 16-game winner. He's looking for 17 tonight. But you know what? It's really what he does right down the stretch here and what he does in postseason, which is going to define his season.
So it's Michael Wacha, Taylor Youngman, the Brewers, the Cardinals. Game 1 of 4, right here on Fox Sports Midwest. Years ago, Michael Wacha, a rookie sensation, and he nearly pulled off history with 2 outs in the ninth. Ryan Zimmerman, an infield hit to break up a no-hitter. What happens 2 years later? We're about to find out. Michael Wacha will get the call tonight. One of his final tune-ups before postseason play. Wacha and the Cardinals next. Louis Cardinals baseball on Fox Sports Midwest is brought to you by Budweiser. Make a plan to make it home. Save big money at Menards on all your home improvement needs. And visit your local Mid-America Chevy dealers for great prices on our all-new 2015 vehicles today. Beautiful night, the early start for baseball here at Busch Stadium with Jim Hayes and Al Raboski. I'm Dan McLaughlin. 84 degrees. Gorgeous evening for America's pastime. A look at the Brewers lineup. Craig Counsell, their manager, puts it together with Scooter Gennett leading it off, and then Schaefer and Lind here in the first. Then Jason Rogers, he'll bat cleanup. It'll be Santana, Perez, Maldonado, Rivera, who's getting us started short. Taylor Youngman, the pitcher, will bat ninth. And the pitcher for St. Louis is right-hander Michael Wacha, and he's had a fabulous year.
Really has. He's among the league leaders in wins, winning percentage, ERA, opponent's batting average, whip, run support. And let's hope he gets some more run support tonight.
And the first pitch is taken for a ball, and we're underway. A 4-game set between these two teams. Ryan Braun not starting. Jonathan Lucroy, by the way, has been cleared for play. He's not played in a game with concussion-like symptoms since early September, but is cleared to pinch hit tonight.
And they say that if we do see Lucroy, he'll probably be at first base. And the other thing is they've got 8 AA players since we last saw him.
Little floater that is a fair ball inside the third base line and kicked around by Grichuk. And with that, it turns out to be 2 bases for Scooter Gennett. The Cardinals defensively with Randall Grichuk in left, Tommy Pham in center, Jason Hayward is in right. This is presented by Dobbs. Carpenter, Peralta, Wong, and Piscotty along the infield. Tony Cruz filling in for the injured Yadier Molina behind the plate. Michael Wacha on the mound.
I think that was going to be a double anyway, but Grichuk kind of kicked it down along the stands right there. Kind of a tricky play. See, he gets there and he misconnects it. Ball boy could have helped him out a little bit by taking the stool.
That pitch up and in to Logan Schaefer.
It's the first time that Waka has faced the Brewers today, or excuse me, this year. Schaefer is 0 for 1. The only other batter is Jeanette, that is now 4 for 8 against Waka. Everybody else in their lineup will be facing Waka for the first time.
So it is ruled an error, by the way, on Randall Grichuk. In on the hands again of Schaefer. So a base hit, and then the error by Grichuk. You'd have to think the teams are going to be aggressive anyway against Randall and left.
Yeah, that was part of the equation why I said I thought it'd be a double either way, because I think these teams know about his throwing problems. It is much improved, but they're going to test him, and why not?
Popped up and behind home plate into the seats. I think the idea here with Schaefer is get inside, and that's where those pitches have been. Three lefties at the top of this lineup.
You know, Waka has that great changeup, and that is a great pitch for a right-hander to left-handed batters. Not playing deep at all. Big gap out in right center.
Here's a 1-2. You know, we have not seen Randy Choate a lot here in September, and normally you'd think, okay, three lefties at the top of the lineup. At some point you'll see him in the series, but with the expanded rosters,
yes,
you can mix and match so much. You don't get the right matchup you want with Choate.
Right, so you can bring him in, and you're not getting, like you said, to face a left-hander, and he has to face one batter before you could go and counter one of Council's moves.
Here's a 1-2. Schaefer just trying to pull it to the right side to advance the runner Jeanette at second base. Milwaukee comes in, a team that's had a dismal year, 64-88, 32 games back of the Cardinals. Craig Counsell in his first season took over for Ron Renneke. They now have a new general manager, a 30-year-old. Those two will try to turn around the franchise. Here's a 1-2. Michael Wacha, a 16-game winner, 16-6. Youngman is 9-6 for Milwaukee, but scuffling a little bit down the stretch. Those 16 wins, fifth best in the National League. 120-game winner, that's Jake Arrieta. Bumgarner and Greinke both with 18. Cole with 17.
He's really had a couple bad starts against the Cubs, and if you took those starts away, his Cub starts, he would be 15-4 with a 2.55 ERA. He'd be right there in consideration for the Cy Young, but got beat up by the Cubbies. You got to think about that if you face them in postseason.
Swung on and missed, and a strikeout. First of the night for Michael Wacha. Good battle between these two.
Good pitch down and away, and comes up empty.
A look at the Hyundai pitch arsenal. Fastball, changeup, and curve for Michael Wacha.
Remember, he was just a fastball, curveball pitcher when he first showed up to the big leagues, but he really has worked hard to develop the curveball, the cutter, to make him a four-pitch pitcher and really keep hitters guessing as to what he might throw.
Adam Lind is hitting .288, 20 home runs, 86 RBIs. You talk about the Cubs, and it makes me think, too, that the Cardinals may not want to have that matchup for Lance Lynn. His last two outings against Chicago, not very good.
Oh, really? We've got, I think you add Martinez hasn't really had the most success against the Cubs, too. So those are factors as to who you pitch.
2 balls and no strikes. From a manager's perspective, they come in, they look at the opposition's lineup, and they say, this guy right here can't beat me. And tonight, that guy is at the plate. Adam Lind.
You're right. You know, just an experienced bat. He's having his 5th 20 home run season. Came over from Toronto in the Marco Estrada deal, and he's been very solid this year for Milwaukee.
And he draws a walk. Brings in Rogers with runners at first and second. And we take a look at Al's Toyota keys to the game.
Well, just keep that momentum going. You know, you've won 4 straight ball games. You've just dominated against Cincinnati, winning 3 straight there. And just keep that momentum playing against a club that you have dominated against them ever since Mike Matheny has taken over as manager. This is a team right now that you've got so many young players and all these different call-ups, so it's really not the team you're used to. So they're going to play free and easy and want to be the spoiler.
1 out, 2 on. That pitch outside at 95 for Michael Wacha. Rogers hitting .286, 3 home runs and 11 RBIs. Primarily used as a pinch hitter, and he's filled that role quite well for Milwaukee this year.
Yeah, he's a good hitter. Kind of have to hide him defensively.
Mark Carlson is calling the balls and strikes. Brian Gorman, the crew chief, at first. Trip Gibson at second. And Ben May is down at third.
Good call just off the plate there. Rogers has struggled against the Cardinals. Just 2 for 18 in his career, but we know this kid can hit.
The 2-0. Ground ball, and it's past Peralta into center field. Run will score, and a throw into third. Lind is out. Adam Lind testing Tommy Pham, and Pham was surprised when he came up with that baseball, but still had time to get him.
And not quite a good decision there to try and run on Tommy Pham, and as you said, I think it surprised him, but still had plenty of arm strength and the physical ability to recover and come in and throw it. Ball just gets by Johnny Peralta, so they take the lead. Pham comes up there, he sees the runner trying to take off, throws it over there, and Carpenter makes the tag. Rogers does get himself in scoring position on the throw.
So a base hit, 8-5 on the putout. Domingo Santana. There's a breaking ball taken outside. As you talked about, since Mike Matheny took over, the Cardinals 46-22 against the Milwaukee Brewers. And this season they've won 11 of the 15 matchups.
But you have to dominate, and here you see it becoming a long inning for Michael Wacha.
The main reason why the Cardinals are in this position with a magic number of 7, closing in on 100 wins, has been their pitching. Milwaukee knows that all too well. The team ERA against Milwaukee is 2.08. It's the lowest by any NL Central team in any season against the Brewers. That's how good it's been. Breaking ball on 3-0, and he walked him. So 2 walks in the inning and 2 hits.
Eric Lilliquist can be happy about that, and Wacha not learning from Lackey, who's one of the best at getting first pitch strikes. Wacha 0 first pitch strikes in the first 5 batters.
Hernan Perez, third baseman tonight, hitting .243. 1 home run and 17 RBIs.
Off to a horrible start with the Tigers. Got put on waivers, picked up by Milwaukee. He's hit pretty well of late.
And that is a fair ball inside the first base line. 1 run is in. And a throw to the plate, not in time. 2 runs in and safe at third. Ed Cedar, the third base coach, was trying to hold up the third runner from scoring. He was almost at the batter's box trying to make him stop. And thank goodness for the Brewers, he did not stop, and he scored easily. 3-0 Milwaukee.
And Derek Lilliquist is coming out after this one. Look at Scotty well off the line, just a ball inside the first base bag, off the sidewall, and we're looking for a do-over. That hour early start here. Walker's still thinking, well, I could go warm up and be ready for this 7:15 game. Problem is we started at 6:15. But this is what happens when you're playing clubs like Cincinnati, like Milwaukee, are battling for the last spot in the division. You know, they don't care about that. They got so many young kids. They're going to come out here and just start trying to play old-fashioned baseball, and they don't care if it's the best team in baseball, the best record. Right now, they just got their hitting shoes on. You got to stop them, and the Cardinals are going to have to play catch-up, and then you can put them away.
I'm not sure what the Cardinals were looking at in terms of that review. I guess the play at the plate, but it seemed to be a pretty easy call.
Yes. It definitely was a fair ball. It was no fan interference.
Milwaukee in 15 games against the Cardinals had averaged in the games just over 2 runs. Already 3 runs here in the first inning. 2-0. Martin Maldonado has gotten the bulk of the playing time with Lucroy out with the concussion.
Walker's still pitching behind in the count.
The 2-0 fouled back. I was close. Don't even give me that look. I was so close. You're over in Dan Hyatt's lap again. Me trying to protect everybody again here in the booth. And continuing to have a seamless transition into the play-by-play to describe the foul ball.
My lovely wife is thanking you again for saving my life.
No problem, June. I'm happy to do it. Just part of the job when you work with Al. The 2-2. It's sharply to second base. 3 runs in the first for Milwaukee. Once again, I was in position to save Al. All kinds of activity. Half inning in the books. As we move to the bottom of the first, Matt Carpenter will lead it off. 2 home runs and 4 RBIs yesterday, followed by Pham and Hayward. Peralta bat cleanup. Then Piscotty, your first baseman, Randall Grichuk, Colton Wong, Tony Cruz, and the pitcher batting ninth, Michael Wacha. Let's a look at the options throughout the night for Mike Matheny, who's on his bench. And Taylor Youngman will get the call tonight for the Milwaukee Brewers. A right-hander that is 9-6, and I mentioned earlier, struggled a little bit here lately, and you just wonder if those innings and long season starting to catch up with this young pitcher.
Well, it really does have a tendency, especially young guys that have never pitched really in September or this late in September. And there's a rookie who's 9-6, trying to become the 12th Milwaukee rookie pitcher to win at least 10 games. And it's really interesting. He was the #1 draft pick out of the University of Texas, 12th overall by Milwaukee back in 2011. He entered 2012 as the second best prospect in the organization. 2013, he was the third best prospect in the organization. This year, he was the sixth best prospect, and they were actually thinking that they missed. He really wasn't getting people out, wasn't doing a lot of things, and then they tried to change him without any success. You could see how he's got a very deceptive motion.
It was across his
It
body.
goes way across his body. All kinds of things are saying, okay, it's his arm injury waiting to happen. But when they finally said, go back, you go be yourself, everything started to click, and he gets to the big leagues, and now he's pitching well.
Look at where he steps. That front leg is near the third base line, not directly towards the plate. We talk about Lance Lynn sometimes falling off to the first base line, or Carlos Martinez, but this young man, the left leg will land towards third.
And you can see he's almost stepping towards his own dugout, you know, the third base dugout. So then he really has to use his body, and he's 6'6", tall and lanky. It's like he's going to throw to the on deck circle, and then he's got to come across that body. Well, it does become deceptive to a hitter, particularly right-handed batters.
A 2-2. Yeah, right-hander steps in there, Al, and it looks like he's stepping right at them.
Right, or stepping behind them. And as a collegiate, he was outstanding. Selected the 2011 Big 12 Conference Pitcher of the Year. He won the Dick Hauser Trophy as the top collegiate player in the country.
The 2-2. I actually called a number of his games and saw him pitch in college for Augie Garrido in Texas, and this guy was filthy in college.
Yeah, he was a finalist for the 2011 Golden Spikes Award, which is given to the top amateur player in the country. So you can understand why he was a top draft pick, but now he's starting to have that success right here at this level. Come up the middle of the year and you win 9 games.
Here's a look at the Hyundai pitch arsenal. So that's what he features, along with this funky delivery that he possesses.
He did face Memphis one time this year. 6 innings, 3 hits, no runs, and 3 walks.
Pitch number 8 of the at-bat.
Has no wins and 1 loss in his last 3 starts.
The 2-2. Breaking ball, and caught him looking. So a 9-pitch at bat to start the night for Matt Carpenter, and he strikes out. Brewers defensively. Rogers in left, Schaefer in center, Santana in right. Perez, Rivera, Jeanette, and Lind along the infield. Martin Maldonado behind the plate. Presented by Dobbs Tire and Auto Centers. And here's Tommy Pham, another start in center field tonight. We were talking before the game about the postseason roster. Everybody around town trying to figure out who would be on that 25-man roster. Some very tough decisions coming up. One of them that maybe won't be as tough as you thought would be Tommy Pham.
I got a new name for him. Phambino.
The Phambino. You like that?
Hope he does.
Here's a 1-1.
Got a 5-game hitting streak, getting 368 during that time with a home run. The last couple weeks he has really come on.
Here's a 1-2 pitch. I was on KMOX this afternoon, and Mark Reardon, the host, said His wife likes to call Tommy Pham T-Pham. So everybody's got a nickname going on right now. So T-Pham is at the plate.
The Fampino is going to make us remember him.
Might make him some money too. 2 outs.
Top of the strike zone, and you get a lot of swing and misses. Maybe at best you get a pop-up when the ball's up there. Hayward got a day off yesterday. Let's see if that pays off.
So 2 outs and nobody on for Jason Hayward, who looks at strike one. Here's an 0-1 pitch to Hayward. Breaking ball chopped on the ground and foul. No balls, 2 strikes. Mentioned that the Pirates have posted a victory. They came back in their game with Colorado with 3 in the 8th and picked up the win 5-4 over the Rockies.
And the one thing you learn is you cannot depend on other teams to help you out. You just have to do it yourself. And if you stay with that approach and just put the pedal to the metal, you're much better off than waiting for somebody else to help you.
Here's an 0-2. Sets up what could be a fun 3 days in Pittsburgh.
I was watching a little bit of that broadcast today, Pittsburgh and Colorado, and they were making the point. Oh, we still are setting our sights for St. Louis. Got some special deals there. They want to pack the place and make it a loud, bad atmosphere for the Redbirds.
That's hit the other way, slicing down the line, and it is a foul ball.
Pirates are finishing their long road trip with one more city, and that'll be Chicago. Well, that'd be some big games there. And then the Cardinals go into Pittsburgh for 3. So the next 6 days is going to determine a lot in the Central Division.
How about Texas? They win again, 8-1 over Oakland. Hit the other way, and watch out. Texas a 3.5 game lead over Houston. Oh yeah, I'm fine. It feels no problem. No problem. Yep, feels great. You know this hurts. Oof.
Just love it. The person that's standing right in front of you, and then the last second bails out.
Little squibber off the end of the bat. And Hayward is a 3rd out here in the bottom of the 1st. We played 1 inning. 3-0. Brewers on top. postseason races are coming down to the wire. Starting on Fox, it's a battle of control in the wild card race of the National League. Pirates and Cubs. Then the Brewers take on the NL Central leading Cardinals in a game you can only see on FS1. Coverage starts Saturday at 11:30 on Fox and continues 5:30 on FS1. First pitch fouled back by Rivera, the shortstop. Breaking ball, and it's pulled foul. Ed Cedar, the third base coach of the Brewers and a good friend of Al's.
Absolutely. This is the profile.
Little tapper that rolls foul. Guys in the truck, Al, are trying to bait you. Don't go for it. Don't do it. You stay focused up here, okay?
Let me see a profile.
Oh, no. Here's an 0-2 pitch to Rivera.
Rivera, noted as a very good defensive infielder. He was rated 2011 through 14 is the best defensive infielder in their organization. He was at Double-A this year, which their Double-A team lost in the playoffs in the final game. But he hit .277, 1 home run, 16 RBIs. That was a Double-A. Later went to Triple-A.
This is not his debut, but
nope.
This is his first start in the big leagues.
Yeah, he was 0 for 2 the other day playing third base at Chicago.
Breaking ball and a little bit low. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Same spot, doesn't get the call.
What? Tight zone. Now we have shown everyone that the balls are just off the plate, but sometimes you get a corner.
That's it out of play. Michael Wacha entered tonight with a 2.25 ERA in first innings. He allowed 3 earned in the first inning for the first time in his career. So now it's up to just over 3. 3-2 pitch, spoiled by Rivera. Yeah, the Brewers really like what they've got at that Double-A level. Some of those players, as Al mentioned, are here. May not see playing time, but just to get the experience of being around the major leagues. 3-2 hit left side and past Carpenter into left field.
First major league hit, so they'll throw that ball out. Ed Cedar has it.
So Rivera has his first major league base hit. Taylor Youngman, see if he squares the bunt. Carpenter anticipating that, in on the grass and charging hard. Strike 1.
He's 10 for 34. I might let him swing away with the way Carpenter charging down the line.
You know, Carpenter did this the other night, and it gets your attention. I mean, he is coming down hard, and he's very, very close to the batter by the time the pitch arrives at the plate.
You know, they got a 3-0 lead. When you're charging that aggressively, the guy looks like he can swing the bat. Why not let him help the cause?
Walker will go to second, out there onto first, and safe. Took a chance and it paid off. They get the lead runner.
Just bunted it too hard and right back at the pitcher. And Walker does make the simple play. Fires a strike to Peralta, returns a little late, and now you'll keep Youngman on the base paths, and we'll see if that doesn't help wear him out.
Cardinals have won 9 straight series against the Brewers coming into this weekend set. Here's Scooter Gennett, and that's hit out of play. Singled, then advanced to second base on an error. That air charge to Randall Grichuk in left.
Well, Michael Wacha's had trouble with him. He's 4 for 8 when facing Michael Wacha, and he's hit well over 320 facing the Cardinals.
Here's an 0-1. Grichuk had him play perfectly. Few steps to his right to make the catch. 2 outs. Logan Schaefer will be the hitter with the runner at first base. Schaefer struck out his first time up. The lone strikeout tonight for Michael Wacha. So it's Wacha tonight, Martinez tomorrow, Jaime Garcia on Saturday. John Lackey will go on Sunday.
Sunday, final home game of the year. It's Evansville Day. They're going to have over 1,100 people here.
Evansville Purple Aces. Andy Bennis, former #1 overall pick, pitched for Evansville.
I heard Andy's going to sign autographs to all 1,100 of them.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Does he know that?
No, he does now. The mayor's here, give him another key to the city, but Andy's going to take care of all those Evansville people.
So you're stealing my idea again. I just think anybody that shows up with a number 39 on their back, come on up. You got the Rabowski jersey. Al will be happy to sign any place, anywhere.
Yep, and just like the other night, you had to wait 10 minutes in the elevator as I was signing a jersey for you.
Yeah, that one backfired.
The fan. Yeah, that one backfired.
That one backfired. Had to wait for the elevator.
And you're waiting for Cedar, too.
Have you had the chance to visit with Ed Cedar since last week in Milwaukee?
When you have, you know, the nose that Ed Cedar has, he's heard that joke before.
Two.
I told you Ed and I are good friends because I had a horse that I called Sadar, but it was spelled the same way as he spells his last name, which is pronounced Cedar. What we talked about the other day. But
there he is.
There you are.
Third base coach of the Milwaukee Brewers.
A little closer up profile of him, and
there's a changeup that's pulled foul. Second 8-pitch at bat for Logan Schaefer, hitting just 160 on the road this year. And it's a walk by Michael, his second of the night, and he is not sharp early on. Check that, his third.
And already 51 pitches.
So runners at first and second. Adam Lind will be the hitter. And Wacha facing a tough hitter that has come through time and again in this spot. Adam Lynn leads all major leaguers with runners in scoring position and 2 outs. His average is .442.
You know, at the trade deadline, we were looking for somebody to play first base, and preferably a left-handed hitter. A lot of people were clamoring for Adam Lynn, and asked Milwaukee if he was available, and they said yes for the right price. And I'm sure that asking price was just the obstacle for John Mozeliak.
Lynn, another 20 home run campaign. He's done that 5 times. And meanwhile, Mark Reynolds' streak of 7 seasons of 20 or more home runs more than likely ends this year, unless he hits 8 in the team's final 10 games. The 0-2. Tapped foul.
And also is 4 RBIs away from the second 90-plus RBI season. He had 114 back in 2009. And I see Mark, he didn't have any home runs last night, but boy, he had a good night. 3 hits and a few RBIs. And didn't start that game. When you have fun.
The 0-2. Walker's struggling here early on. Right now he's not able to put hitters away. Brewers have jumped out to a 3-0 lead. Lynn trying to add to that. On a hop to short, Peralta goes across the diamond to Piscotty. Milwaukee strands 2. And a thankful fan with a souvenir. Are ready for Milwaukee, and they have a lead of 3-0 over St. Louis. This beautiful night here in the Gateway City. Let's check in with Jim Hayes.
Dan, Mike Matheny says Adam Wainwright checked out great today after Waino threw 25 pitches in that simulated game yesterday. Mike saying that Wainwright will likely throw another simulated game sometime this weekend while extending the pitch count and working in some defense. Matheny says Wainwright told him he wished his outing looked better, but Mike says he saw everything he was hoping to see. Mike told me the thing he'll be watching closely going forward, Wainwright's plant foot. It's his left near Wainwright's surgically repaired Achilles. Mike says as Wainwright throws more and boosts that intensity level, it'll be a real test for him. But Dan, so far, so good for Adam Wainwright.
All right, Jimmy, thank you.
Jim still there?
You can open up his mic if you want to talk to him, Al.
Jim, that was one of the best audition tapes I've ever heard. A young boxer that you interviewed in the pregame show. I've heard that Fox is seriously considering him for postseason play.
He's a UFC fighter out, Tyron Woodley, local guy from Ferguson. Said, and he's fighting at an elite level in the UFC, Al, and he was great. And he said,
was great.
And he said he had more butterflies getting ready to throw out the first pitch than he is climbing, or than he does climbing into the octagon. But he's got a big fight coming up, and he's a local kid who is very proud to represent St. Louis.
You seemed a little intimidated, Jim. I'll be honest.
He did, right?
No,
you said he seemed
I
intimidated?
said you, Jim.
Dan, those guys in the UFC, I mean, with those submission holds, they could kill you with like a pinky. Yes, I'm intimidated.
But I was very impressed with him.
Yeah, what a great communicator, and just seems so happy to have the opportunity to be out here throwing the first pitch. Lifelong Cardinal fan. He said he never thought he'd get the chance to do anything like throwing out the first pitch at a Cardinal game. And again, he's been very, very successful in mixed martial arts.
All right, Jim. Thank you.
All right, Dan. Thanks, Al.
Here's a 2-2. That's taken for a ball.
Been around some of those fighters, and yes, they are tough, they're mean, but they're some of the nicest guys away from the ring. And just the sportsmanship they displayed is it's crazy. You know, I mean, how they want to destroy their partner, but the next thing they're there is rooting for him and, you know, congratulating him and his family, and you know, once the fight's over, it's, you know, they're friends. Here he is right here. But the interview, I mean, this kid can really talk, and was very proud of his roots and being a St. Louisan and a Cardinal fan.
It's kind of like the hockey enforcers. Those guys will beat up on each other night after night. Then after the game, literally, they're out having dinner. You know. And they talk to each other, too. They'll say it's at the face-off, let's say. You ready to go?
Yeah, I'm ready. Tonight. Yeah.
All right, let's do it. They know the code. They know when to do it, how it's supposed to be done. It's part of their job. The wives sometimes are sitting together watching it. It's crazy. Oh, 2 the count on Stephen Piscotty. .305 average, 5 home runs, 33 RBIs. And a 1-2 pitch to Piscotty. Well, Youngman has come out, and he looks sharp. That breaking ball froze Matt Carpenter, struck out Pham, and now he strikes out Stephen Piscotty with a big breaker.
And once again, it's hard to explain, but with that throwing across his body, how that really throws off the timing of a hitter. And this breaking ball is a lot better than what I thought it was going to be.
Two outs, nobody on. 0-1 the count. Randall Grichuk at the plate. You can see there where, from that camera angle, this delivery would be very uncomfortable on the right-handed hitters of the Cardinals.
You got to see they're almost flinching a little bit when they see the ball coming at them, and then they're bailing, but then it'll break over more to the plate. But it's almost like he steps behind him. Watch his lead foot. It looks like that's really going to the on-deck circle, or, you know, of the visitors' dugout.
Here's a 1-2. Breaking ball, and that's a base hit. Richard rounding first, he'll stop there. And a 2-out hit, the first hit tonight for St. Louis.
That one had a little hang time with it. Stayed inside a little bit more, and good piece of hitting by Grichuk. Waited on it, had the hands back, and pulled the trigger. Both our starters tonight struggled a little bit the last 3 starts. We take a look at that. See the little double clutch there, and it stayed up. And he was able to adjust on it. Pulls the hands in. But Youngman, his last 3 starts, 0-1, 9.20 ERA, 3.11 average, and 5 home runs allowed.
And the hitter is Colton Wong. 2 outs, runner at first. Wong is hitting .264. And a 1-0 pitch. Inside. How about this night we've got? I was talking with Bob Uecker before the game. He said, man, we've had the best weather on this trip. Chicago is beautiful. He said it's beautiful here in St. Louis. I know you're like me. I love talking to Bob Uecker.
We
love it.
I was over there talking with him a little bit before the game, and he's such a gentleman, and he probably could make a living talking, you know.
Pretty funny guy, you know. He might want to think doing some stand-up.
Yeah, maybe a TV show.
Mr. Belvedere, Harry Doyle.
He's a treasure.
Love him. Part of the 1964 World Championship team. 2-0 pitch. He was telling me the second baseball movie that he did as Harry Doyle, he said that movie was so bad it was showing it on airplanes before it actually got released. Major League. There's Serrano. The 2-1 pitch. Just missed.
This color guy's kind of who I've tried. Hopefully can model my career after. Some may think I've already have.
Here's a 3-1. Wong on a hop to short. Nice play. Ranging to his left, Rivera. Cardinals strand a runner. Special guest coming up when we come back. Cardinals baseball on Fox Sports Midwest is brought to you by Jack in the Box. If the Cardinals throw 9 strikeouts, get a free Monster Taco with any purchase tomorrow at Jack in the Box. This is always one of my favorite interviews we get the chance to do every year. Segs for Vets being honored today here at the ballpark, and the founder and president of Segs for Vets, Jerry Kerr. Always good to see you.
Hey, Dan, thanks for having us.
You bet. This is always a great night, isn't it?
Oh, I'm telling you, it's special. I mean, it's electric. The Cardinal Nation, the fans, I mean, it's extraordinary. And being around our recipients and their families is cool.
And people that are hearing us for the first time and hearing your name and what you do, explain what Segs for Vets is.
Well, we started this about 10 years ago. As a matter of fact, 10 years ago this week, started a program that we didn't expect to get this big or last this long, and that was giving men and women who had been injured serving our nation in Iraq and Afghanistan segways so that they could get around and standing as opposed to sitting in wheelchairs or not going out at all. And the program kept growing and growing and growing. And now we've awarded over 1,500 segways.
It's amazing. How much is a Segway?
Well, you know, the award cost us about $10,000 on average.
Hayward back to make the catch, and Rogers retired.
And that sounds like a lot of money, but it's about 25% of what it would take the federal government to do exactly the same thing, because we do it all with volunteers. And it speaks to how important it is. It's a hugely emotional experience to interact with these men and women and see them go out and regain their independence and begin to interact with their families again and their communities again and live a joyful, purpose-filled life.
Yeah, one thing is the physical aspect of it, but mentally and emotionally, I don't think we could fully understand what these folks are going through and what it does to change your lives.
You know, the mental side is everything. I mean, it's everything. I often say, get your mind in the right spot, you can drag yourself around in a box. I mean, it's about the mind, and the young men and women, they come back, they're injured, they go back to the communities, to community. We really don't understand the military. It's not like it was in the 50s and the 60s. I mean,
sure.
You know, we're not all there engaged with them, and so they're going back and having a tough time off.
How do you figure out who gets the segways?
Well, we have assessment and training programs with Walter Reed and San Antonio and to the Center for the Intrepid and out in the Naval Medical Center San Diego. So we get a huge number of applications. And then we look at need and we interview them. We have our warrior board that interviews every single applicant, and we kind of put them in order of need and what they're doing with their life and what they want to do with their life. And we award as many as we can.
Tell me about this ground ball that's hit left side. It's a quick inning, half inning, so make sure you stay right here. They just got him. You'll stay with us?
Oh, I'll stay with you all night. No.
Hey, that means Al's back there. You stay right here.
Yeah.
Just joking, Al. to tweet your strongest fan photo. Use the hashtag MWDataStrongFan. You just might see yourself in an upcoming broadcast brought to you by T-Mobile. It's always our privilege to visit with Jerry Kerr, the founder and president of Segs for Vets. SEGS, the number 4, then Vets, VETS. Before I was rudely interrupted with that ground ball. You know, you guys are producing something here in St. Louis that's changing lives. Tell us about that.
Well, we went to all these places and saw these guys that had lost legs up so high that they could never make productive use of prosthetics. And they said, what about us? And so we have now a product that we produce here in St. Louis with the help of a couple of great companies, Rojo and Schaefer Oil and Westco, and it allows them to get around and have the same mobility that people have on Segways without having legs. It's a seated device, and they can use it in the woods. They can use it going up mountains. They can use it anywhere they want, and they can also use it in their house. And that's the cool thing about it.
It's incredible. Give me an idea or an example of somebody that came home that was disconnected from their family and friends and what a Segway did for them.
You know, I got so many examples of young men and women that came back, went back to school, got their degrees. You see them all the time, and they don't always talk about Segs for Vets program. They talk about what they've done, and that's what's important. It's not about us. It's about what we do for them. I always say we're the worst at raising money of any charity out there because we're mission-driven, and we have great support here in St. Louis. Fabic Cat and Schaefer Oil and the Missouri Bankers Association. These people kind of help us. But we have Dale Beatty, who started Purple Heart Homes out in North Carolina, who's building accessible housing for other disabled veterans. Tammy Duckworth, who ran for Congress and was elected, uses an alley chair on the floor of the House of Representatives now.
Amazing.
I mean, it's over and over and over again, and they're continuing to serve. You know, you got to have a purpose in life, and you can't go home and play video games. But sometimes that's easier. You got to get out of the house. They've suffered a tremendous loss, but so has their wives and their husbands and their mothers and their friends. They suffered a loss too. And so they've got to overcome an adversity and regain the control of their life. And that's what the Segs for Vets program is about. It's not just about giving them a mobility device. It's about giving them a pathway back to a joyful, purpose-filled life.
Well put. Tony Cruz, a walk, and now it's Michael Walker. Nobody out as we play here in the home half of the third. 3-0. The Brewers on top. Jerry Kerr, the founder and president of Segs for Vets, is our guest. Why did you get involved?
Well, I broke my neck in 1998, and they told me I was going to never move again from the neck down. And a retired Army neurosurgeon took a look at my CAT scan and said, maybe I can help him a little bit. And he did. And so I could be in a sip and puff wheelchair, but I'm not. And so then I started looking around. I tried to find every technology I could find to help me not feel so disabled. You know, we don't want to be disabled, but we want to be the way we were, but that's not possible. So what's the next step? And technology is giving us things that we never would have had before. These young men and women, and some not so young men and women in this war, they know what freedom is about. They know the price. You know, my sons have never served in the armed forces, and yet they've learned so much from their contemporaries that they've worked with through the charity. One of my sons is a doctor, the other is in the entertainment business. They've learned so much because these people have a perspective that many in that generation don't have, many in my generation don't have. They know about bleeding and sweating and hard work and adversity. And so these are the greatest Americans I've ever been around.
I bet.
And our volunteers. I mean, can you imagine asking somebody to give up 30 days of their life every year for 10 years? So people like Jerry Fabic and Al Keisler and Kelly Gaines. And, I mean, they just keep on giving and giving and giving. And it's emotional. It's raw. But it's so cool. So worth it.
0-1 pitch to Carpenter, now 0-2. He struck out his first time up. fans that are watching or listening tonight, they want to get involved any way they can, whether they have money or whether they can donate their time. What can they do? What can we all do?
Very challenging, for the donation of time, because we're at this all the time. I mean, lights go on at 4 o'clock in the morning and they're still working at 10 o'clock at night, and so, but we need money, but we don't need more money than we need.
I got you.
I mean, the truth is, we never put away any money to stay in business. We want to be out of business.
And the website?
www.segs4bets.org.
Great to see you. Thanks, Joe. Number at On the Run. When the Cardinals score 6, any size drink is just 50 cents the next day. That's coffee, fountain, frozen drinks. When they score, you pour at your nearest On the Run. You earned it. Martin Maldonado and the 0-1 pitch from Michael Wacha.
Let's hope that last inning, a very quick and efficient inning, was an indication of how Wacha is going to pitch the rest of the way. Wacha in his last 3 starts, 1 win, 2 losses, a 7.20 ERA, and has allowed 5 home runs.
2-2 the count on Maldonado. 3-0 Milwaukee with 3 runs in the first. The 2-2. Base hit into right field. This Sunday, it is our final regular season home game. All fans entering with a ticket receive a 2016 Cardinals Magnet schedule presented by Shelter Insurance. And that's not all. A free ticket voucher to a game for next year. Oh, I'm not done. No, sir. You'll also get, this is for kids 48 inches and under, a free Six Flags ticket. That's all this Sunday. And tickets still remain. Fastball and a strike. Here is Rivera, who's singled to left. No balls and 2 strikes. Milwaukee leading 3-0 here in the top of 4. And a bouncer hit left side. This could be 2 out at second. And safe at first.
Just wasn't hit hard enough, and they get the lead runner. Rivera on for the second time.
Just got word we have a huge celebrity watching our game tonight, Al.
I heard. Mr. Master Luke?
No, sir. Luke is studying, or at least he better be. Nope. But a guy that's on the same level of IQ as my 10-year-old, and that's Matt Vasgersian of MLB Network. He is watching our game tonight. Prepping, certainly, for postseason play. You know, he doesn't miss a beat.
So he's watching our games, preparing for his Rams game.
Well, he's getting ready for a little Cardinals action here.
Oh.
Yeah.
We missed Matt in his days when he had a real job and worked with one team.
That's popped in the air, and Tony Cruz puts it away. Tonight is also St. Louis University night here at Busch Stadium. There's the Billiken with a strike.
Southpaw.
So welcome to all Billikens fans here tonight. Fox Sports Midwest will again televise SLU basketball this season. And the Billiken season starts November 15th. Here is Scooter Gennett. Scooter is 1 for 2 with a single back in the first inning and a run scored. Runner at first and 2 outs. Little check swing and a ground ball that's hit to short. Flipped to second, and they just got him. Alto. Once again, it would not be Cardinals baseball without the contributions night in and night out of the great Jim Hayes. Jimmy.
I feel the same about you, Danny. You know, if you think Tommy Pham has really good speed, you haven't seen anything yet, at least according to Tommy. I was talking to him before the game about how fast he looked on the base pass, so he told me he's been slow. I was like, what? He says he's been wearing new cleats and they didn't fit right. He said he could feel his left foot sliding around inside the shoe. He tried everything, tying the laces tighter, extra pair of socks, nothing worked. He told me he thinks it was behind him turning his ankle at second base the other night. Last night, he said he had had enough. Mid-game, he went back to his old cleats. Dan, now he says we'll see Tommy Pham at full speed.
Okay, thanks, Jim. No balls and a strike on Pham.
Dan, back before the days of the colored shoes, when everyone wore black shoes in baseball, all of a sudden Adidas came out with red shoes. That was a year Lou was going after the stolen base record, and we all got red Adidas shoes, but Lou wasn't comfortable wearing his. So every day for 2 weeks, Reggie Smith would say, Lou, can we wear them tonight? Can we wear them tonight? And it ended up where Lou, the first time he did it, and with the other guys at the All-Star game, they wore the red shoes, and Bing Devine called him up and said, who gave you permission?
Really?
But it was funny to see Reggie every day asking Lou, can we wear the red shoes tonight? And after the All-Star break, he said yes, and we all felt like we were faster.
Now, this is why Jim is a good reporter, because Tommy Pham did slip around second, as he mentioned. Then when he went to third, he did try to tie his shoes. I find it interesting. Something as simple as your shoes being a little loose, not feeling comfortable. This is a game that you better feel comfortable in.
Well, you got to have brand new shoes to look good.
The 2-2. Check swing and did not go.
Youngman got away with a leadoff walk last half frame, but he may not get away with it now as you get into the heart of the order. Struck out 4 tonight. He's walked 2. Cardinals only have 1 base hit.
Here is Jason Hayward with a runner at first base, and that's Tommy Pham. Let's see if he wants to do some running. One thing about Maldonado is a backup catcher known as a good catch and throw defensive player.
Throwing out about 33% base runners this year.
Here's an 0-1 pitch. Misses in. 1 ball, 1 strike. His last 3 starts, Youngman in the 4th inning, 2 of those starts, in the 3rd and the other one, but in 3 in a row in his last 3. This is the time of the game that he runs into issues. 3 earned in those 3 games. 1-1 pitch.
Monday, a rookie pitcher, and the Cardinals didn't do anything until the 8th inning. Tuesday, rookie pitcher for the Reds. Cardinals didn't do anything until the 7th inning. Yesterday, they had a good offensive day. But Cardinals trying to figure out these guys the first time they see them.
Sharply hit past Lynn and into right field. Pham racing around the bag at second.
Boy, those old shoes make him a lot faster.
Well, as Jim was saying, he slipped the other night going around second. This time, way more comfortable making that turn at the bag.
Second hit. This one off the bat of Hayward. First and third, nobody out. Time for the Cardinals to get on the scoreboard and bring Peralta up here, representing the potential tying run. And on cue with your possibly there would be the problematic inning.
And a strike to Johnny Peralta. Peralta is sitting on 16 home runs.
He's always hit Milwaukee very well, particularly in Milwaukee. Can't say that the last time there, but he kind of been worn out playing every single day, and got a couple days off on that road trip, and all of a sudden we're starting to get a little RBI production from him, but haven't seen a home run for a while.
Here's an 0-1 pitch. Runner goes, and that is hit out to deep center. Are we tied? You bet! 3-run homer. Johnny Peralta finally tied 3-3.
What a relief for Johnny. Johnny feeling the pressure, and that's his first home run since August 1st, and it comes at the right time. Youngman may be tiring a bit, and it looks like Walker's getting better. This crowd, big crowd, been ready to erupt, and it finally has a chance to do so. Fastball right down the middle. Ball up a little bit, and it is up and over the wall.
Here's Stephen Piscotty, 3-3 game. Game got off to such a sluggish start. Even the play by Grichuk in left field, and just things weren't clicking. Piscotty, how about back-to-back? 4-3, St. Louis, and a long home run. Stephen Piscotty.
Sixth home run, 34th RBI. Mislocation, wanted that away. It was up over the inner half of the plate, and he turned on it. The home run boys right there. Peralta tied it, and Walker is the benefactor of those 2 home runs, and he has a lead for the first time.
Back-to-back home runs. Peralta number 17.
About 3 in a row.
Piscotty number 6. Grichuk sitting on 17 home runs. Last night was the first time in over 200 games the Cardinals had 4 home runs in a game. They pick up 2 in back-to-back at bats here. And a ground ball that's hit to third.
Like it's been a while since Colton Wong has put a charge in 1-2.
Here's an 0-1 pitch at the knees, and a strike to called Wong. 0-2. Second time the Cardinals have gone back-to-back this year. Happened June 15th against Minnesota. That was Reynolds and Molina as Wong swings through the breaking ball. Maldonado finds it, throws a strike to Lynn. Two outs, and Tony Cruz sends it out of play.
Tony Cruz, when he starts a ball game, Cardinals are 10-11. Molina kind of the Iron Man, but they've won 3 in a row with Tony catching.
Here's a 1-1. Cruz, a slow roller to the left side. And the inning is through, but the Cardinals pick up their first lead. Section 162. What did Peralta's home run look like from there? Stand up. Watch it sail. The reaction. Yes. That tied it. Then Piscotty put the Cardinals on top.
We're back here. Michael Wacha will be on the mound. First time he's had a lead in this ball game, and things have really changed. Peralta had his 17th home run. Piscotty the 6th home run. That broke the 3-3 tie. He was pitching behind everybody at the beginning of this game.
There is Randall Grichuk.
And now Wacha's going out there throwing first pitch strikes and taking control of this ball game. A lot of pitches early and was falling behind the count. Look at the first 5 batters were 0 for 5, but the last 15 he's got ahead of 0-1 on 12 of those last 15 batters.
So 1 out, nobody on, and Adam Lind will be the hitter.
Hope we can get through this 5th inning and at least one more.
Andy Benes and Pat Paris on the post-game show. And they are preparing their opening remarks that are 2 hours away. Here's the 0-1.
I know what they're doing, and that's not it. But
I'm just
close,
giving them trouble,
close.
Al. That's the hit that they're going to show here at the ballpark, I think, right?
Yes.
So when you're here at the ballpark and I see you smiling as you always do on the video board, and
tape the 7th inning scoreboard hit in the 5th.
You tape that in the 5th. Well, now you just told everybody it's not alive.
Well, you did too.
But you're a beacon of hope and sunshine.
And
when you come up on that screen.
And so we never say anything that is wrong.
Check swing and did not go.
You can imagine how if you're taping something in the 5th inning, what you could say about a ball game that could be so wrong.
Things change in a hurry.
Yes,
as we
do.
just saw. The 2-2. And a ground ball that's hit to second on the outfield grass. That's a tough play for Colton Wong. It makes a very fine play. Well, the most popular way to follow the Cardinals' push to the postseason is MLB.com at bat. It's the #1 app for live baseball. Enjoy live look-ins, highlights, replay reviews, so much more. MLB.com at bat now. Two outs, and here's Jason Rogers. Talked to any of the Cardinals, and they mentioned the preparation that Cruz has put into this job, and being a backup catcher to Yadier Molina. That's backhanded by Grichuk. Rogers will stop at first.
Well, everything Yadi does, Tony Cruz is right there following on a daily basis. So he's in those meetings contributing, and as Mike Matheny says, there's no secrets. So anything that Yadi knows about catching, he's already shared it with Tony.
Fastball and a strike.
And it's worth noting also is the upbeat, attitude that Yadi has. I mean, he was actually relieved getting the medical report that it was a slight tear. He thought it was going to be worse. And I think we all know that if everything goes along plan, do nothing for 5-6 days, probably Monday or thereabouts, they'll reevaluate, do another scan of the thumb, and I wouldn't put it past him that we see him starting. If not at the end of the regular season, we'll see him back out there for postseason. Left thumb.
See him motioning and talking to Cruz. There's no doubt, though, the thumb and the hand and the fingers so essential for any catcher. It's just obvious.
And I don't think people realize, because of catching guys at this level, the movement, that even that glove hand and that thumb in a regular season, it gets beat up over the course of the season and causes a lot of problems and a lot of pain at different times that nobody ever knows about.
3-1 pitch, broken bat, and Waka steps and throws and makes the play. That bat past the bag at second base. Midway through 5, Birds on top 4-3. Is proud to present Fireworks Night on Friday, September 25th, when the Cardinals take on the Brewers. Stay in your seats. After the game, you'll watch a dazzling fireworks display with the Gateway Arch as the backdrop. Get your tickets at cardinals.com/promotions. So, in 3 of the last 4 starts, Youngman has allowed 3 or more in the 4th inning. As Walker's night is through, the Cardinals will pinch hit with Greg Garcia. And for a team that doesn't hit a lot of home runs, the Cardinals with 6 in the last 12 innings. And they took the lead on 3 pitches. 3-run homer by Peralta, solo shot by Piscotty. And now it's Greg Garcia as Walker's night is through. 4-3 St. Louis. Here in the bottom of 5.
That's one way down the stretch here to kind of bank a couple innings for Michael Wacha. It's like at 90 pitches.
Garcia, ground ball hit to the right side. Youngman to the bag for the first out. Steve Cishek getting loose in the pen.
Kind of alluded to it, but the makeup of the roster and those decisions, they are going to be some of the toughest decisions I can remember in several years.
How about all the question marks for a team that is headed to 100 wins? I mentioned this the other night. I was trying to think of some of the great Yankee teams, late 90s, the Seattle team that had a remarkable run, early 2000s. The teams that have gotten to 100 wins and had this many question marks going into the playoffs.
You know, sometimes they're legitimate questions as, you know, trying to find a healthy 25, but then it's also the questions like now where you've had so much contributions of young players, and then you have to figure out what's your best 25 moving forward.
It's I believe John Abamondi,
yes,
who was the former assistant to John Mozeliak here in St. Louis.
John also was instrumental in Mitch Harris's signing because he was a Naval Academy graduate himself. Then he went to San Diego. And did he return back to the major league offices?
I'm not sure if he's in Major League Baseball.
Or did he go to?
He might have gone to
basketball or something.
Yeah, the NBA. Yeah, I think he did.
That's what seemed like the answer.
Here's a 2-1 pitch to Carpenter. Here's a 3-1 pitch to Matt Carpenter with 1 out and nobody on. And it's a walk.
Three walks tonight for Youngman. They got him in trouble last inning when he walked Pham.
So 1 out and a runner at first. And Pham hits it out of play and a foul ball. The 0-1 pitch to Pham instead of check on Carpenter. Look at the contributions of Carpenter and Pham. Then Braun has had a tough go of it against the Cardinals this season. Lucroy just 7 for 31. One double after setting a career high and a record high for Milwaukee a year ago in doubles.
Yeah, you know, Braun not playing and hasn't been playing for a while. I think it's 6 straight games. He's dealing with a bad back, and Lucroy was on the disabled list earlier in the season. Now he's missed about the last 2 weeks with concussion symptoms.
Big breaking ball that misses.
That breaking ball not as sharp as it was earlier in the game. I was kind of surprised, you know, that kind of fooled a couple guys, and now it's kind of gotten a little loopy.
Yeah, it sure has.
But this is his 20th start this year, and you know, after coming up in the middle of the season from the minor leagues, and never pitching this late in September. Bambino is going to get a shot here.
The 2-2 instead of another check on Carpenter.
It's nice to see what Tommy Pham is doing, but 27 years of age, did get to the major leagues last year, but we probably would have seen him a lot sooner if he could have stayed healthy. I mean, everybody knew he was a tremendous athlete, one of the best athletes in the system.
Pham takes that hanging breaking ball and drives it into left field. I don't know about you, I'm a little surprised that at least the Brewers don't have anybody up and throwing. If we're seeing that it's a lazy breaking ball right now, certainly they are as well.
Well, look at that. I mean, it all starts going up and just accentuates. He's 6'6" and not throwing down, and had big loop and ends up almost shoulder high. But I agree with you, and still now with 1 out and runners at first and second and a close ball game. You know, it's a 1-run ball game. Nobody up in the bullpen.
Looks like they're just trying to get him through 5. His spot is due up 4th. 1 out and 2 on.
Man, at rosters, you've got enough arms.
Certainly could double switch, and
now
away you go.
Now you see activity going to the bullpen. Pretty young combination now. 45-year-old manager, which is considerably older than his now 30-year-old general manager.
It's incredible, isn't it?
I think kids now, though, they gain an awful lot of knowledge a lot quicker than they used to.
And the general manager that the Brewers have picked up has been in baseball for a number of years now.
He's got a nice pedigree. He's been around a long time with good jobs.
Worked for Major League Baseball in their offices in New York. Worked with Jeff Luhnow, former Cardinal executive, now running the show with the Houston Astros. Houston, such a great story this year. Do they have just enough to hold on and get into the postseason? 3.5 behind Texas. Game in front of Minnesota for the wild card. Ground ball hit to the right side. Runners advance to second and third. And there are 2 outs. The AT Hubers rewind. Johnny Peralta. One swing of the bat tied this baby up. Peralta with number 17. 2 pitches later. Piscotty, one of his longest home runs. And the Cardinals have a lead of 4-3.
Break it open.
First pitch to Peralta. Just get the feeling if he hangs that breaking ball, could be looking at a second 3-run homer.
He's allowed 10 home runs in his 116 innings pitched.
One ball, one strike with 2 outs, runners at second and third. One and two. Try that breaking ball one more time, or does he stick with a fastball and try to spot it? Here's a 1-2. But with the breaking ball, it's in the dirt. I'm not so sure, Al. That's a pitch that can put him away right now. That breaking ball.
Overthrows it, pulls down on it. It's a ball, and if he leaves it in the hanger, seeing how the Cardinals are making good adjustments on it.
They want to talk about it here. Two pitches, again due up fourth.
Right-hander David Goforth, fourth. Here's the warming up the bullpen.
And that hits Peralta.
So they got him on the elbow. If he does, see if he gets him in the elbow and kind of drop the elbow down. Looks like he does have that pad on it, but still could hurt. Arm goes numb, and you shake it off.
Bases loaded for Stephen Piscotty here in the bottom of the fifth. First pitch to him. Did not go. Ball one. The runners for St. Louis. Carpenter, Pham, Johnny Peralta. And a 1-0 pitch. 2-0. Well, you just get the feeling he does not have that put away pitch. And maybe, just maybe, the Brewers are keeping him in one batter too long.
Just trying to trick people with that breaking ball, and yet he's pulling down on it to make sure he doesn't hang it.
Three and 0. Well, he's had a walk. He's hit a man in this inning. The other night, Pham, who's been swinging a hot bat, was swinging on 3 and 0. You just wonder here, do they give him the green light?
Always got the green light. But there's pitch. It's a strike, but it's not what you're looking for. So you go out there. It's a ball you can handle, something you can drive, not something you pop up or weakly swing at.
Here's a 3-1 pitch. 3-2. And I think that's what you're talking about there. A good example. The hitter's in the driver's seat.
Yeah.
You can be selective.
And even on the 3-1. And I mean, most hitters like that count, but he made a good pitch right there. Might have fooled him right there throwing the fastball, but now the count is full.
Here's a 3-2 pitch. Runners off with the pitch. The 3-2 is up the middle. 2 runs will score. Peralta on his way to third. And he is out. Piscotty, though, drives in 2.
The run counts.
And that is his 3rd RBI of the night. Cardinals. Martinez, Garcia, Lackey, and Lynn all have been very effective tonight. Michael Walker with 5 innings, but exited with a lead, and the lead has now grown to 6-3 in favor of St. Louis. He deserves a lot of credit, pitching coach Derek Lilliquist. So Piscotty with 3 RBIs, Johnny Peralta with 3 RBIs.
Game of adjustments, isn't it? As you see Steve Cishek come in here for the 54th time, but remember he fell behind 3-0, and I think kind of fooled him a little bit because he threw 2 fastballs. I think he thought he was going to get tricked again. So 2 fastballs, and then on 3-2, you know, you still got to look fastball and adjust. If it's an off-speed pitch, you got another fastball and took it up the middle.
Hernan Perez, Cishek. First inning of work here in the top of the 6th. One ball, 1 strike. And a ground ball to third. Carpenter, 1 away. What's on Tap is presented by Budweiser, Pena, and Martinez. Carlos 14-7. Will come your way tomorrow at 6:30.
Talking about the decisions making the postseason roster. These are important outings for the veterans.
And 2. One of those questions would be how complicated it may get in that bullpen when you think about now the addition, what looks to be Adam Wainwright, and then you think about a starter potentially going to the bullpen. I mean, there's going to be some guys that got you to this point that will not be on that postseason roster.
Well, remember, there were some guys that were doing the job. They got sent down when Cishek and Broxton got picked up in trades.
1-2.
One thing that a lot of times you have to go with the veterans, but yet you get into postseason, some of these veteran guys, you know, that whether they've been in postseason or not, Broxton's been in postseason. You just don't know how a 10-year veteran's going to react or a rookie's going to react if they've never been there before. It's a different ballgame. Glad I'm not making the decisions.
It's odd seeing Wainwright in that bullpen, isn't it?
Yeah, but you think back to 2006, him closing out, striking out Belton, the breaking ball that propelled the Cardinals, and they win. No way you can get his arm in condition. And still, it's, you know, he's still got a couple more tests to pass before you would put him on that roster. But he's going to get an early nod if he does pass the test.
Ooh, he froze him with that nasty slider of Steve Cishek. This is one of the best we've seen from him all year. Punch Maldonado, he's just frozen. Whoop.
I thought his last outing closed out the victory, picked up the save. I thought that showed you something, and reverted back to when he was a closer last year and picked up 39 saves for Miami.
And a strike to Rivera. There it is again, a little bit low. One-two pitch out in front of the plate. Cruz. 1-2-3 inning for Cishek. Midway through 6. Cardinals on top 6-3. Postseason action right here at Busch Stadium. Tickets for potential wild card and National League Division Series home games to be played in St. Louis. They're on sale now. Get yours at cardinals.com/postseason. Get all the flavor without all the work. McDonald's new barbecue pulled pork sandwich. It's here for a limited time.
Goforth is appearing for the 17th time. He's been up and down. This is his 4th stint with the big club. He made his major league debut. That was against San Francisco on May 26th. Opponents are hitting .325 against him.
Here's Randall Grichuk at the start in left field tonight. Wonder, Al, if the Cardinals will go back and forth with Holiday as they try to get him ready for the playoffs. Meaning, started last night, day off tonight, maybe pinch hits. As Grichuk hits it sharply past the third baseman and down into the left field corner. Leadoff double for Randall Grichuk.
Looked like that ball came off his bat at a high velocity and just ate up the third baseman. His second hit of the night. Yeah, I think you're trying to get all these guys back, and they're almost kind of like starting every other game. Talking about Grichuk and Holiday, Adams. He didn't want any part of this one. Nice follow through, finish right there to his swing.
Two balls and no strikes. The 2-0 pitch to Colton Wong with a runner at second, and Wong pops it up. Foul territory, and the catch is made. Grichuk back to the bag at second base. Been going back to Holiday, so the point being, kind of like spring training, to where you play one day, next day off, play the next day off, so on and so forth. But we'll see if that, you're running out of time to do that.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right, and you'd like to think that you're at that point where Mike Matheny says, okay, I got to push it, trying to get you back in condition, trying to do this and do that. And I don't want to, over extend your muscles or get them, stretched out when they're not real strong. But you're running out of time to kind of do that and get their timing fully back.
Maybe you'd see it this weekend, and then
you got to let it go.
Yeah, especially with Pittsburgh on Monday.
Well, that's all hands on deck, and you're trying to win. Hopefully you've either wrapped it up this weekend or you only need one more win.
Here's a 1-0 pitch to Tony Cruz. Every season is full of key moments for any team, but highlighted when you win championships. And the two late victories the Cardinals have had against Cincinnati to start this homestand were huge. May not seem, in the scheme of things, a big deal because it's a lesser team in terms of their record, but boy, those were big wins.
What it is you are expected to win those.
Yes.
And when you lose them against a team, let's say Cincinnati, Milwaukee, when you lose games to them, it's a really missed opportunity. But everybody points a finger and says, well, you can't beat them. How do you expect to beat the better ball clubs? Give Pirates and the Cubs a lot of credit. I think it's great the way they just have responded to the pressure but so are the Cardinals. And it's going to be one heck of a wild card game, and the Cardinals don't have that yet. They aren't the winners yet.
Arrieta, Cole, potentially in that do or die game at Wrigley Field.
Yeah,
potentially.
It would be, well, if it is the Cubs and Pirates, it will be at Wrigley Field because the Cubs have won the tiebreaker.
This weekend is big.
You know, sometimes people say, well, what about Lester? Would he start that ball game? You've got to win that play-in game. You can't let somebody's going to second guess you. Arrieta is their number one right now, but it doesn't make it easier to face Lester.
Not
or
the way that he's
Liriano,
going.
you know, if it's Cole and Arrieta. There's no picnic facing the number twos of both those staffs.
Brandon Moss will be the pinch hitter. So leadoff double. And still standing at second base, Randall Grichuk. Clint Hurdle's got to be kicking himself. They look back at this season and how they played in the division, and in particular how they played against Milwaukee. Cardinals have played tremendous baseball against the Brewers. That one nearly caught Moss, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. Right now, the only thing that Goforth can get over the plate is a fastball, and we've seen Moss crush fastballs. 2-0 the count. Outfield is deep. The next two, Brandon Moss. Woof. He's like Reynolds. He doesn't get cheated.
They're very much the same type of player. You know, they're going to strike out a bunch, but they have the ability to be in scoring position, standing in the batter's box, have that power stroke.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Almost see Reynolds saying, yeah, I've been there. Got back on my heels and elevated or uppercutted one. Definitely see he's a fly ball hitter.
The 2-2 and a strikeout of Moss. Grichuk, the leadoff double, and left stranded at second base. 6-3 Cardinals. summary is Milwaukee jumped out to a 3-0 lead. Cardinals came back with 4 in the 4th, 2 in the 5th. They lead it 6-3. Youngman, 5 innings, 6 hits, 6 earned. Perez is 1 for 3. Michael Walker wasn't great tonight. Was okay. 5 innings, 6 hits. Steven Piscotty is 2 for 3 with a home run, 3 RBIs. And the other RBIs in this game off the bat of Johnny Peralta with a 3-run homer is Kevin Segrist is pitching here in the 7th. Mark Reynolds takes over at first base. And Steven Piscotty moves from first to left. Interesting move here to see Segrist in the 7th and not the 8th. You would have to assume then that Rosenthal's available for your 9th.
Yeah, Rosenthal is definitely available for the 9th. He's had a couple days off, and he's looking for franchise high 48th save. That would break the tie with Izzy and Lee Smith. So he's got the 9th. Segrist's got the 7th. And we'll see if it's Broxton or who it will be for the 8th inning. Manus hadn't pitched in a while. It doesn't seem like. Segura.
Gene Segura pops it foul. Oh, watch out.
Has always hit the Cardinals well. Staying right on top of the plate until a little ball up and in.
Line foul, and watch out. Oh, that fan bought a glove and made a great catch. It maybe saved a fan around him. Lance Berkman jersey. Looks a little different from the last time we saw him in 2011 wearing that Cardinals uniform.
In Lance?
Yes, sir.
It's his bobblehead. It's this weekend, isn't it?
It is. Line shot and caught at second base. As promised earlier in the game, we have selected the Data Strong fan photo of the game. And tweet your strongest fan photos to the hashtag MW Data Strong Fan. That's presented by T-Mobile. Ryan Braun did not start. Is available to hit in this game. 1 out, and here's Scooter Gennett. Nobody on. 6-3 St. Louis. What I find what could be fascinating for the Cardinals is that Segrist could be your 7th inning. Wainwright your 8th. Rosenthal your 9th when you get into postseason play.
I agree with you. And I think, you know, you have to know that Segrist is my 8th inning guy. And, you know, with certain situations, you might want to bring in a right-hander. But Mike Matheny, it seems like when he has the bullpen he likes, he wants a 7th, 8th, and 9th inning guy. But it's all predicated on them being perfect every time out. And Manus has been that kind of guy that you come in and get out of an inning, bring him in with men on base, and been able to do a great job in that department since he's come to the big leagues. But I don't think we really have that true 8th inning guy. Could be Cishek, could be Broxton, and it could be Wainwright. And if Wainwright is healthy enough, you know he's going to be in the mix. It may not quite be fair, and it may be people looking back, but Wainwright does not throw as hard as he once did.
I think that'll be interesting too, because Wainwright has said that his arm in terms of strength is as good as it's been in a long time. He kept his arm in good shape, and knowing that you're not throwing for 6, 7, 8, 9 innings, you air it out a little bit more, you may see more velocity from Wainwright. As Segrist gets the strikeout. And you could have Cishek and Segrist, Wainwright to Rosenthal. I mean, that is as good as anybody in baseball. You talk about shortening games like the Royals did a year ago. Cardinals might be able to do that too.
Not throwing 96, more like 89 to 90, but with knowledge and being able to spot it. So it's, he's still, like I said, has to pass some tests.
With strike 2, Logan Schaefer.
And you can see, some of these decisions are going to come down to take a look at the location. Utilizes that 6'5" frame, going on a downward angle.
One ball, one strike. 6-3 Cardinals. That's it out of play. Randy Choate getting loose. Seth Maness as well. Here's a 1-2 pitch from Segrist. Back to him. He'll underhand to Reynolds, and it's time to stretch. Cardinals on top, 6-3 here in Game 1. .26 home runs, and look at the at-bat home run rate for leadoff hitters in our DraftKings players to watch. And these are the Major League Baseball leaders. Head to DraftKings.com, enter promo code CARDS. This is our Honda home run inning. The Cardinals player hits a home run The Gateway Honda dealers donate $1,000 to the Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Jimenez in Milwaukee started the season with the Phillies, and he was coming off a very rough outing and proceeded to strike out every Cardinal he saw. He's scoreless in 14 of his 16 appearances. Last time he pitched was Monday. 1 inning, 4 hits, 3 runs, 1 strikeout. Gave up a 3-run home run to Soler.
One pitch. And quickly, no balls, 2 strikes on Matt Carpenter. Carpenter struck out looking, grounded into a double play, then walked and scored a run back in the 5th, his last time up.
Broxton is warming up for the Cardinals. And the answer, who's going to start the 8th.
Here's a 2-2. And Carpenter strikes out to start the bottom of the 7th. Non-stop action, heart-pounding excitement, historic performances. Don't miss the 2015 postseason beginning October 6th. Just head to MLB.com/postseason for a full schedule. Pham has struck out. He has walked and scored, and singled and scored. 2 runs tonight. The Milwaukee relievers have been very good against the Cardinals this season. A 1.57 ERA in 15 games. And St. Louis hitting just 190 against their bullpen. Little chopper that's hit to short. And Pham is out number 2.
Schott and Broxton up there, so we're going to have maybe 2, maybe 3 pitchers used.
Here's a 1-0. Hayward up the middle, and he will reach.
Scored it by the pitcher, and it comes up on Jimenez, who was back behind second base.
And Peralta with a base hit into left. Hayward stops at second. Johnny Peralta on base for the third time. A 3-run homer, was hit by a pitch, and now a single to left field.
They called that a hit for Hayward. Obviously a hit for Peralta, his second of the night. Third time he's been on base, and brings up Piscotty.
Pham, Piscotty, Grichuk, all have had big nights.
You just think about those three rookies. Where would the Cardinals be without the contribution from Pham, Piscotty, and Grichuk?
So 2 outs. Steven Piscotty with 2 runners on.
So you got his 6th home run tonight, 3 RBIs. He does have a multi-home run game and a career high 5 RBIs.
Piscotty base hit into left. Hayward being waved in. Steven Piscotty delivers again. 7-3.
And think about Piscotty. There's so many of his hits, you know, and they're all big ones, but they come with 2 outs. 2 more RBIs today with 2 outs. That's 22 of 35 or 37 RBIs now are with 2 outs.
Mark Reynolds facing his former team. 2 outs, 2 on. 7-3 St. Louis after falling behind early, 3-0. Here's a 1-0 pitch. Our crowd tonight, 43,243. 4-3-2-4-3. Who knows, in the final week of this regular season, this long journey, month after month, maybe it all finally comes together for the Cardinals. Health, pitching, Wainwright, Holiday. It is the journey that is a major league season.
And there have been times when the Cardinals are not a very good team from coming from behind. This week they've proven that they can.
The fly ball lifted to center. The Cardinals tack on another run. And we head to the 8th at 7-3 St. Louis.
On Fox Sports Midwest, and let's go to the studio for our Bomberito Sports Update. All right, thanks. All right, thanks, Pat. And Randy Schoed will come in here, start the inning. Probably will have only one batter, and that's Adam Lim, is a scheduled hitter, and they're going to pinch hit for him. But Schoed, very busy. 69th appearance. He's 1-0, 3.67 ERA, 1 save. 69 appearances, only covering 27 innings. And they will pitch hit with Lucroy. Lucroy last year, one of the leading candidates for the National League MVP, had a great year. And this year he's had some injury problems and is activated now, but has been dealing with concussion syndrome. They say he's not going to catch anymore. He'll play first base, but pinch hitting for Lynn.
Talked about it earlier in the game that Randy showed because of matchups, expanded rosters. We haven't seen him nearly as much in September as we had in the previous 5 months. If he's on your postseason roster, he's there to get one guy out usually. Just wonder how sharp he's been able to stay.
And he's thrown in the 17th he threw 5 pitches. The 18th he threw 3 pitches and hasn't thrown a pitch since then during the regular season. So that's indication what you're saying. Randy's 40 years of age now. And that's why a lot of times you'll bring him in for, you know, the Joey Vottos, those kind of guys. You know, we're thinking about the Pirates, Alvarez, Blanco, or Rizzo, guys like that, which they normally don't pinch hit for because they don't really try not to bring him in when he's facing a right-handed batter. Basically a 2-pitch pitcher, sinker, slider. And when he has the right-handed batter, you know, that sweeping slider is a little more flat coming into the right-handed batters, and you know, can't really let it go where he wants to throw it outside to a lefty.
Here's a 1-2 outside. Michael Wacha made the start tonight. 90 pitches, 5 innings, 6 hits. Walked 3.
Tough first inning, but settled in. Got it out, and he's in line for his 17th victory.
Cardinals bullpen tonight. Cishek in the 6th, an inning, no hits, a strikeout. Segrist, an inning, no hits, and a strikeout.
This is going to be the last pitch Randy will throw tonight.
And the 3-2 in on the hands of Jonathan Lucroy.
One more. Making him work tonight. He'll have to throw a minimum of 8 pitches.
Three-two pitch on its way. Lucroy sends it into left field for a base hit. Backhanded by Piscotty. He fires a strike back into the infield. And that'll be it for Randy Schoed. the sights adds up to a 7-3 Cardinals lead here in the top of the 8th. Jonathan Broxton, the former Brewer, Dodger, and Red, now pitching for St. Louis. Cardinals are 73-3 this year when taking a lead into the 8th. Jason Rogers at the plate. Base hit into right.
Broxton traded from Milwaukee to the Cardinals at the deadline. Change of fortune for him, and he's pitched much better with the Cardinals than he was with Milwaukee. Got off to a slow start. With St. Louis, he's got 2 wins and 5 decisions, 2.70 ERA. This is 23rd appearance for St. Louis, and opponents are batting .225 against him.
And a strike to Santana. Domingo did not like that call. Cardinals could use a double play here. 0-1 pitch. 0-2.
Big slider there, a tight one.
It seems like if Broxton has rest at this stage in his career, he comes out, velocity is a tick or two higher, and the slider, which is a big pitch for him, a lot sharper. It's the back-to-back games we've seen issues.
He's pitching with 2 days rest, and yet I totally agree what you're saying. But earlier this week he threw 3 straight days in a row, and he's pretty good in those. But I think you're absolutely right. When you can not pitch him on back-to-back days, he's a lot sharper. Sometimes you don't have that luxury.
No.
You know, coming out of the bullpen, especially if you're pitching late.
Here's a 1-2 pitch.
And good cut right there on a fastball, but Santana came along with 3 other prospects from Houston in the Carlos Gomez and Byers deal.
And the 1-2 to Santana. First out here in the top of the 8th. And 6 is a serious number tonight. Get any size coffee, fountain, or frozen drinks tomorrow for just 50 cents. That's it. At your local On the Run. You earned it. One out, and here's Hernan Perez. Strike 1. Inning started with Randy Choate, gave up a base hit to Jonathan Lucroy to left field. Broxton, first man he saw, that was a base hit. Off the bat of Rogers, Santana struck out. Here's an 0-1 pitch to Perez.
Stop a swing.
Well, they are as shallow as you'll see the Cardinals play an everyday player, not a pitcher, but an everyday player. Very shallow, especially Pham in right center. Here's the 0-2. And it's a called third strike.
Back-to-back strikeouts here. There's a hanging pitch, but it is at the top of the strike zone. Well, you swing at that one, it goes a long way. And I'm sure that's part of the reason why Tony went out to talk to him. Like, let's stay on top of that one a little bit.
Chris Davis, great power, will hit for the Brewers.
Remember,
and hit for Maldonado.
Our first trip into Milwaukee right after we got Broxton, Davis hit a 2-run home run off of him to beat him in a ball game. Going for another long ball there, but I think since that time Broxton had a better matchup against him.
Time call. No Gomez, no Ramirez. Davis sitting tonight. Braun sitting tonight. Segura as well.
Home run and then a couple fly balls since that time off of Broxton.
Late with that swing, 0-2.
Chris Davis hit 10 home runs in August. And it looks like he's trying to repeat that, but uncontrolled swing. And the swing looks very long.
Here's an 0-2 pitch to Davis. He got him. Broxton strikes out Davis. And the Brewers strand 2. Cardinals baseball is brought to you by Budweiser. Make a plan to make it home. And by Ford, the official cars and trucks of the St. Louis Cardinals. Lucroy stays in the game at first base. Devin Ashley is your new catcher. And the second inning of work for Jimenez. Colton Wong will be the hitter.
I get Colton going, don't we?
And a tough second half.
2 for his last 10. Matt Belisle was warming up at the Cardinal bullpen with not being a save situation.
Broken bat, hit up the middle. Nice play. Well, they get Wong by a couple of steps, and he runs so well down the line. Rivera ranging to his left a couple of times tonight. Saturday, the postseason races coming down to the wire, starting on Fox. Pirates and Cubs, then the Brewers take on the Cardinals. You can see that game only on FS1. Coverage starts Saturday at 11:30 a.m. on Fox and continues at 5:30 on FS1. Pitching change here for the Brewers. Tony Cruz is the batter coming up. So Chevy called to the pen.
It's 7-3 lead. We have one out here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Barrios making a major league debut right here from Colombia, 23 years of age, 5'10", 200 pound. Cartagena, Colombia. Tony Cruz looking for his first hit, and he gets it right now, right up the middle for Tony. He's 1 for 3 and also has a walk today. For the very first batter of Barrios face, he gives up a base hit. Matt Adams will now pinch hit. We get a chance to get Matt a little playing time here, and hopefully he will get his timing closer and closer.
So a base hit by Cruz, and now it's Matt Adams. And Adams takes an off-speed pitch on the inside corner for strike one.
It's like Barrios was on that Double-A team.
Oh yeah?
Not in their media guide. They have nothing on him, but it's a major league debut for him.
0-2 the count on Adams. Shift is on. All kinds of room the opposite way, and takes a pitch that just missed on the inside corner. Mets have come back against Cincinnati, and they lead in the ninth 6-4. Here's a 1-2. That's it out of play. And the 1-2. Sal mentioned it is not a save situation, so Matt Belisle will at least start the ninth. Cardinals trying to add on here. 7-3. They fell behind 3-0. Then had a 4-run fourth, 2 in the fifth, 1 in the seventh. Adams ground ball, and it hits Cruz.
Out base hit for Adams, and Tony looks like he appears to be okay. It'd be a big blow to have him injure himself getting hit by a batted ball. Takes off here, tries to get out of the way, but doesn't do a good enough job.
That'll be it for Adams. Peter Borges will be your pinch runner, and there are 2 outs. Matt Carpenter is the hitter. He scored 2 more runs tonight, closing in on 100. 2 outs, runner at first, and Carpenter looks at strike 1. Matt leads in most of the offensive categories this year for the Cardinals. The 0-1 pitch. And now 0-2. Bryce Harper, 116 runs scored, leads in average, home runs, and 20 back of Arenado in RBIs. He's got my vote for MVP.
Harper?
Yes, sir.
It's hard to deny it. As you get into that situation, you're not in postseason.
And Carpenter strikes out, and that'll send us to the ninth. Matt Belisle coming on when we come back. Presented by the authority of the Cardinals. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the St. Louis Cardinals. 3-0, and then all of a sudden you look up, 3 pitches, and the Cardinals had a 4-3 lead. Johnny Peralta, 3-run homer. Piscotty after that Second time the Cardinals have gone back-to-back in home runs. The 2 more runs in the 5th, another in the 7th. They've out-hit Milwaukee 12-8, and they lead it 7-3 as Belial's our Chevy called to the pen. And Rivera looks at a strike, and we're underway here in the 9th.
And Belial, remember, he missed 68 games with that right elbow strain. He was kind of projected to be the 7th inning man, or along with Manus. But in that elbow, last time we saw him pitch was in Chicago, and remember, he was ejected after he hit Rizzo.
Good breaking ball there from Belial. Because of injuries, somewhat a forgotten man down there in that bullpen.
Yeah, but you know, he was going to have a prominent role as the season began.
And a fly ball lifted down the right field line and out of play. We saw the major league debut of Barrios. They got the Aramis Ramirez deal. Converted infielder with that big fastball that was on display here tonight.
You know, Dan, you think about comebacks. The Cardinals have had 3 this week. Good teams, playoff bound teams, are going to be guys that will have that ability to come from behind and score. Look at the leaders in Major League Baseball. They're all pretty much teams that are going to be going to postseason.
The 2-2. The fly ball again lifted down the right field line and out of play.
Got Houston, Kansas City, 38. The Yankees and Mets, both 39. The Pirates at 41. And if the Cardinals would hold on to win this, it would be the best in all of baseball, with 44 come from behind wins.
Wouldn't that be something, huh?
And there are times team would get a lead and sit on it. We never saw him come back. But this year, this team has just been very resilient in all capacities.
You think about when you come back, you have to have, at times, a home run to get you back in a game. And this team doesn't hit a lot of home runs. Stringing together the runs and how they come back.
Mike just says, you know, grinding it out at bats. You know, just kind of wearing down the opposition and just hanging in there long enough to where you get a mistake pitch and you can do something with it. Keep the line moving. Kind of familiar phrase we've heard the last couple of years.
The Cardinals trying to go to 41 games above 500 tonight. The 2-2. Fly ball into right. This one finally stays in play, and Hayward puts it away for out number 1. Arcia in the driver's seat. The Cardinals have played tremendous baseball here at Busch Stadium. Most wins at home since 2006. The Cardinals, then the Dodgers, Atlanta, and Milwaukee. Arcia in the driver's seat.
Shane Peterson, former Cardinal farmhand.
Part of the Larry Walker deal.
Walker or Holiday?
He's hitting .251. 2 balls and 1 strike. He's part of the holiday deal. The 2-1 pitch. And it's 3-1. Lyle makes the play. Flips it to first. 2 outs. Let's turn to our player of the game, Stephen Piscotty. Home run tonight. 4 RBIs, 3 hits. He is your Budweiser player of the game. Scooter Gennett. And a base hit into right field.
And his second base hit of the night. Always hit the Cardinals well.
Is back on September 1st. The Cardinals were 40 games above 500. They have never been this season 41 above 500. 1 out away from doing that.
Rosenthal standing, hoping he doesn't have to make a pitch in the bullpen.
So 2 outs. Runner at first. There's strike 1. Fielder's indifference as Gennett takes the bag at second. Now Belial wants to talk with Cruz. A 1 pitch. 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. Ground ball. 41 games above 500. Magic number down to 6. 7-3 the final.
97-56. What a season this has been. Cardinals still playing hard, playing good baseball, and they're keeping pace with the Pirates, who won earlier today. There's still 4 back with 9 to play.
On to the post-game show. All the stats and highlights coming up with Pat Paris. 7-3 the final.